Alright, let's go there. Ladies in particular, I would love your opinion on this, alright? Let's get into it. Megan Thee Stallion, alright. Lil Caesar. This is my joint. Anyway, classic fucking record. There's a reason, of course, why I'm playing this. If I'm talking about Megan Thee Stallion, we gotta take it back to the OG, right? So, anyway, Megan Thee Stallion, never been a fan. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like her music at all. And my number one issue with her as a rapper is that I just don't think she's that talented. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think she's a great artist. I don't think she makes great music. I still don't know her single great song. I've all this time that she's been rapping, I don't think she has one great song that someone who's not bought into the Megan Thee Stallion story and visuals would like. You know what I'm saying? And that's a problem, right? That's how you know a whack rapper, right? People outside of the stands and the bubble have to like your music too, right? You know what I mean? Like, there's rappers, when we talk about great rappers, they make shit that's undeniable. Whether or not you're in the bubble, you can say, yeah, I like that song a lot. That song's dope. You know what I'm saying? And Megan Thee Stallion doesn't have a single one that I know of. I've never heard one. Now, the first time I ever heard of someone even liking Megan Thee Stallion, I'm gonna be real with you, was some white dude, man. This was when I was in New York. And, I was actually going to school at the time. And this is a dude that actually, low-key, was saying some racist shit to me on the internet. This was the guy that was telling me he was a Megan Thee Stallion fan. He wasn't telling me. It was like kind of in a classroom setting. They asked about favorite artists, and he said Megan Thee Stallion. And I was like blown away. Like, this like scrawny little Jewish kid listens to Megan Thee Stallion? The one that's been out here hating on me? What the fuck? And he, is scared of black folk? Like, sees me and walks the other way? This guy likes Megan Thee Stallion? And that's when, of course, I always say that, like, you think that these black artists are making music for us or to express us, but that's not really the case. They're making music for white America, for mainstream America. In particular, the type of America that turns their back on black folk, right? And that's the sad part. Black music, and in particularly rap, has fallen into the same minstrel show trap that, I guess has always existed, right, with popular American music. Now, someone's going to say, Tochi, why you make it all about race? Why do white people make it about race? This is the whole point. This is the construct of the world, man. Just do your history, man. I'm informed. Like, if I wasn't informed, it's a different thing. But I'm informed on, it's just what it is, man. So, this is the thing for me that I have a problem with Megan Thee Stallion. I don't think that she makes authentic music, really, in the grand scheme of things. And I don't think her stuff is very good. I think she's selling she's selling smut basically to children, right? And of course I have a problem with that. Now, why do I say she's selling smut to children? Well, to me personally, I look at the structure of her songs, the way that her songs are made in terms of like the subject matter, the style, the depth of them, and I don't necessarily hear anything that would appeal to an adult ear. You know what I'm saying? I think, like, for example, with the song Lick, which I only was able to hear like maybe like 20 seconds of that bullshit, right? I mean, that's a kid's type thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then my thing is, look, if you're making music that's aimed at kids, why are we talking about blowjobs and stupid shit like that, right? You see, the difference is this. When Lil Kim was making music, Lil Kim wasn't making music aimed at children, okay? Like, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know this for a fact, but I'm gonna guess that her music was aimed at a teenage audience, kind of like her. She was like 16, 17 at the time, and an adult audience. So now, if you as a kid were listening to Lil Kim, you knew what you were listening to. You knew you were listening to an older record, if that makes sense. You weren't really supposed to be listening to, but maybe you wanted to be ahead of the curve. Fine. But at least in your mind, you're thinking, okay, this is adult subject matter, blah, blah. The problem to me I have with Megan Thee Stallion is that Megan Thee Stallion's music is aimed at children to me. The way it's shot, even the videos is all like super colorful and some cartoon shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's dumbed down shit. And I'm thinking the only kind of people that can even stomach some of these songs gotta be kids. Because I don't see an adult sitting there listening to lick, lick, lick. I just don't see it. I think it's just too dumb. You know what I mean? It's too basic, honestly. And it's not really, it's basic and even in the sexual sense. Because again, another problem I have with Megan Thee Stallion, and I have with girls that are always trying to convince them that they have the bomb pussy or whatever. It's like, I don't believe you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a grown-ass man. You know what I'm saying? I've had my share. the girls I know that have that bomb shit, they don't be broadcasting that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my honest opinion, this has been my experience. Like, the chicks that are out here talking about, yo, I got the best head, I got the, you know what I'm saying, I do this. It's like, no, you don't. You know what I'm saying? Chances are you're okay or you're below average. And that's been my experience. I'm gonna be real with you. You know what I mean? Like, so that's why when I see these girls, like, peddling that shit, I'm like, why is this chick who probably has whack pussy, like, talking to me about, like, how, you know, great she is in bed and shit like that? A, I don't care. And B, like, I don't believe you. You know, we don't believe you. You need more people. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, again, with Megan Thee Stallion, like, if you're gonna go there, right? Because you're talking about blowjobs and shit in 2022. It is so fucking beyond me. Like, it's so, like, past tense to me. Lil Kim was talking about taking in her ass in, like, 95, 96. So, I mean, do you even do anal? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you getting pissed on out here? You in whips and chains? Like, really go there. Like, if you're really on some, like, yo, I got the best pussy, I'm so sexually experienced, I'm so sexually free, then really go there with the material and be honest about it. Because the people I know that are honest about their sexuality in terms of how they express themselves sexually, they don't do stupid shit like, you know, broadcasting how, you know, sexually free they are. They just don't. And they're actually very intelligent people. And they're beautiful people inside, great people. You know what I'm saying? Like, they move different. They don't move like Megan Thee Stallion. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, again, I'm like, who is this for? Is this for someone like myself? Or is this some, you know, for some little white kid in Arizona? Like, what are we doing right now? You know what I mean? And I wouldn't even have a problem with this in a way, but it's like, we hear about this Megan Thee Stallion shit. Like, Megan Thee Stallion is the kind of artist that will make garbage music after garbage music and then run to Rolling Stone or Vogue magazine and talk about help the little black girls. Like, you're just like, what are we talking about right now? You know what I'm saying? You're not helping little black girls. You don't even give a fuck about little black girls by the way you make your music. You know what I'm saying? You're not helping them. Black women, in my honest opinion, are some of the most sexually repressed women on the fucking planet. And that's a strong statement. And I will back this up and I'll say the reason why I think that has pretty much all to do with religion, right? Black folk are very religious, and religion is the number one suppressor of sexuality, which is a huge problem to me personally. But on top of that, you know, it's hard being a woman, you know, and I would say that, look, as a man, we live in a society that's very much, obviously, caters to men, and I do have my male privilege. I'm very aware of that. And I know it's tough for women, you know, but that's what I'm saying. It's especially tough for black women because, of course, they're at the bottom of the ladder when we talk about this racial shit, right? So my point is that, you know, expressing your sexuality and that kind of thing can be very dangerous for black women. And that's why they can be kind of repressed about it. I get it. I understand that. And I'm not mad at them necessarily for it. But what I am trying to say is that, again, you're not helping, Megan. Like, I'm just not understanding where you're fitting into all this. To me, what you're doing is you're selling basic smut to little white girls and you know, maybe older white men type shit. You know, but how is that helping the situation right now? You know what I'm saying? And look, someone could say, well, you know, women rappers, female rappers are unfairly hated on when they start to talk about sex. All of a sudden, everyone has a conscience. And I agree with that. Because as men, you know, we'll sit there, some guy talking about selling crack and shooting a nigga and all that shit, and we're all like, yo, turn up. And then a woman comes about like, yo, my pussy's gold, and she's just bragging in the way that rap is supposed to brag. And men all of a sudden get angry at that. And I agree, that is a double standard, and I think that is some bullshit. Again, I'm not mad at Megan Thee Stallion rapping about pussy and her subject matter. I'm not mad at that. I'm mad at like how it's being done and who it's being aimed at, if that makes sense. The same thing applies to male rappers who rap about selling crack and, you know, doing kids records, you know, and it's aimed at children. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have that same kind of problem because to me, it's like, you're talking about some serious ass shit. So why are you kidifying this stuff and glorifying it? You know what I'm saying? I have the same issue, trust me. It's not like I'm just looking at it and saying, oh, you know, black women, or, you know, female rappers, you're whack, but the male rappers get a pass. I don't believe in that shit. And I do notice that in hip-hop conversation. I notice that, and I don't like it. But my point is this, right? At the end of the day, if you're really going to make music trumping up your sexuality. Hip hop is all about sort of your empowerment, right? Whatever kind of makes you powerful, dangerous, edgy, use that shit. And that's fine. But again, it's like, what are we doing here? Are we doing it towards, for the kids? Like, are we trying to like illuminate? Are we trying to help? Because if you're not trying to help, you're just part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? That's all. You're just part of the problem. And look, listen, if you're part of the problem, you're part of the problem. It is what it is. You wouldn't be the first. There's a lot of people out here who are selling dumb shit to an audience and keeping black folk behind as far as I'm concerned. But again, it's like, it's sad to see. And secondly, I'm obviously not going to be happy about you getting write-ups in fucking New York Times and shit. You know what I'm saying? But again, that's mainstream America. Mainstream America loves to put dumb, easily controlled, deep down coonish black folk on a pedestal so that they can essentially, keep the system going, right? It's sad, but it is what it is. Ladies, I'm curious. Please tell me, do you like Megan Thee Stallion's music? Are there songs do you think that are amazing of hers? Like, is she really dope? Because to me, I'm not hearing it. I don't think vocally she's very strong. I don't even think her beats are that interesting. I don't know what she does that's unique to her. She's just a chick with a fat ass out here rapping. You know what I'm saying? There's lots of girls like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what makes her special. I mean, even when Q-Tip co-signed her, that shit was weird to me because I'm like, Q-Tip is one of the greatest rappers of all time. And again, the legends are out here co-signing this bullshit and putting bullshit out. And I respect the hell out of Q-Tip. I think he's a phenomenal artist. But when I look at, Megan Thee Stallion's freestyle from, before she blew up or whatever, that shit was fucking basic. Like, there's nothing special about that shit. You know what I mean? What's her style? What's unique about Megan Thee Stallion? What do we know about her other than the fact that she's, a big bone chick from Texas who likes to make sex rap songs? It's been done, man. We've been doing that shit. Sex rap songs are played the fuck out. Now, again, if you have a new spin on them shits and you're doing it in a way that's really fascinating and interesting, I'm down with that. But if you're just gonna peddle smut to children, I'm not quite down with that. You know what I mean? So, it is my opinion, man. I've been meaning to make this video for a while, but I would kind of forget and things like that. And then, this silly song came out. I was like, oh, come on. And no, I'm not going to watch the whole video. I know this is the last thing I'm going to end on. I try to give these rappers a chance, even rappers that I don't care for, but I don't sit there and watch the whole thing on mute or some shit, some goofy shit that people be like, yo, well, just sit there and watch it all on mute and take it all in. Nah, shit is boring. Like, if I want to watch porn, I'll just go watch porn. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's this fucking, like, low budget, like, you know what I mean? Like, below softcore shit. Like, I don't understand that either, man. Like, my thing is, if you're going to talk about that sex shit, go in. If you're not going to go in, then, kindly please, like, either don't talk about it or just use a euphemism or something. Don't fucking sully it with this, kids garbage, man. I ain't trying to hear that. Sex is some beautiful shit. It's some sacred shit to me. So, and again, not in a puritanical way. Like, I don't have a problem with Megan Thee Stallion talking about giving head and all that shit, man. Ladies, do your whatever it is to help make your man, your girl, whatever happy. On some real shit. Your life is going to be better for that shit. Trust me. But that's not my problem. My problem is, again, who is this for? You know what I'm saying? And how honest is this shit, really? You know what I'm saying? And can we get, can we move forward, please? We can't keep, we can't be playing in the Lil Kim sandbox forever, man. Shit's boring. You know what I'm saying? Lil Kim did it. You know what I'm saying? Kim already did this. She, she killed it. She was amazing at it. Like, move on. You know what I'm saying?